Hey there, riders. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Graybeard Biker YouTube channel, where we test gear so you don't have to, among other things. Today, we're diving into a product that's a promised win for cold weather riding, the Snow Deer Heated Glove Liners. Whether you're cruising through the mountains, braving the snow, or just battling a frosty morning, these rechargeable gloves promise to keep your hands warm and functional. Let's see if they deliver on today's Graybeard Biker. Now, I'm sure, like me, a lot of you have gauntlet gloves already. Like I do. Already have gauntlet gloves. If you don't, then you should watch this video right here. Anyways, I didn't want to buy another pair, but sometimes these just aren't enough. Other times, they are overkill. Enter glove liners, which I mentioned in that top winter riding gear episode. But these are heated. Let's check out what's in the box.
What's in the box?
First, they come with a bag. So you can toss them and all of your gloves into the bag here, which is quite sizable, and then toss it into your saddlebags. And you'll have a glove bag, generally, for all of your gloves. Fingerless, gliders, gauntlet gloves, the woman's, whatever. Anyways, these are glove liners. And they are soft, snug. They fit really, really well. And they kind of have to, because they go inside your gauntlet gloves, like so. And these are thin enough to do so. Of course, you have to have the right size gloves and the right size liners, of course.
Of course.
Now, these gloves say 4XL, which sounds crazy, but they fit. I'll put a link to these two in the first comment, and of course, all products are listed at graybeardbiker.com/equipment. But the liners here, these are listed as XL/XXL. How they can be both is a mystery of manufacturing. But suffice to say, you really can't go by size indication. So I get things from Amazon so that I have free returns and exchanges. If they're not the right size, I just send them back and get the right size. Now, glove liners are designed with rechargeable lithium-ion batteries that provide up to 6.5 hours of warmth on its lowest intensity and between 2 and 3 hours on its highest. Let's go ahead and put this one back in the glove here. So there is a compartment on the back that is, a zipper. So you unzip it, and then there is a cable coming out that has a plug. And you just plug this puppy right in there, stuff it back into the compartment, zip it up, and you're good to go. And then to turn it on, you just press and hold. Now they've got 3 settings to choose from. Red for high, white for medium, and then blue for the lowest heat intensity. Now, the gloves heat the back of your hands and your fingers. Perfect for riders that are dealing with arthritis or just plain cold hands. Now, I want to talk about comfort for a minute. These are, like I said, thin liners that are made from lycra and neoprene on the outside with a soft fleece interior. I'll show you that. They are lightweight, breathable, and you can wear them alone for light use or layer them, like I said, under your gauntlet gloves for extra protection and warmth. Now, keep in mind, these are liners and they are not waterproof. So they work best as a base. But if you don't want to wear the heavy gloves for some reason, it's fall or whatever, these are very, very, very comfortable. So if it's, chilly outside, not necessarily cold, it's not a snowstorm sort of temperature, but it's, chilly, it's breezy, then these will work just great. I tested these with it being 27 degrees outside this week while I was filming the last defensive driving video, and they work very, very well. Now, like most of you will, I started, of course, on the highest setting, the red, right? And then after a while, I began thinking they were getting a little too warm. So I reduced it down to medium heat, and they stayed toasty the entire time that I was using them. Now, you can see that there's a battery indicator on here. Right now, it's blinking on the 1 as opposed to the 4, which tells you that I used them the other day and that the batteries need to be charged. So, how do you do that? Well, it comes with a trusty charger. So it is just a USB charger. You've seen this for your phone. You just plug this into the adapter, plug it into your wall, and then the batteries get plugged up here. Now, they have a little safety cap on here so that you don't get anything into these while you're storing them. But you take that off, and then you just plug them in, plug this into the wall, and it will start charging. An empty takes about 3 to 4 hours to completely charge. The battery indicator is really good, so you can tell when you're kind of running low on juice. Now, another standout feature for these little puppies is the touchscreen capability on the index finger here and then the thumb. You can, of course, go through all of the motions and, just like it was your naked hand, which is really helpful if you wear them as gloves instead of liners. You would have no issues navigating your GPS, answering calls without having to take the gloves off. It is a huge plus when you're on the road and you want to skip a song or check something on the maps. Now, I tested these liners on a cold winter ride, and they kept my hands warm even at highway speeds. However, for those longer rides, you can grab an additional battery backup so that for long rides, or if you're on the bike all day, you can swap out the battery pack and keep on riding. Now, I keep a battery bank in my saddlebag for recharging my phone or whatever else that I need to. I can also use it for this because of the USB charger. So I can plug it up, recharge these even while I'm driving. And like I said, you can do 2 at a time. So if you have 2 battery backups, you stay warm while they're charging. Now, let's break down the pros and cons of these gloves. Number 1, I got these for Christmas from my lovely wife. But you can get them for just over $115, I think, at the link here in the description or the first comment below. And they work. They have excellent heating coverage everywhere that you want heating coverage to be. They are lightweight. They are comfortable. They work as liners or a light set of gloves, whatever you want. There's the touchscreen functionality, which I told you is relatively seamless. And the battery indicator, the battery level indicator is good too. The cons, they're not waterproof or windproof for that matter. So if it's raining, you're going to want to use them as liners and not standalone gloves. But there's plenty of times when I would feel perfectly comfortable using them as lightweight gloves. The battery life could be, a little longer, extended life for longer rides, but it's not bad, and you're always going to say something like that, right? But overall, I think these are worth it. It's a solid investment for anyone looking to stay warm during the colder months. And if you ride in the cold, your fingers start to have that burning sensation because they're so cold. Yeah, this will help with that a lot. Now, as I mentioned, I did a video last year on winter riding gear, and it had its production issues, but it was filled with great content. I'll link to it at the end of this video. You should check it out as well. But are the snow deer heated glove liners worth it? Absolutely, especially if you're someone that rides year round. Now, I haven't had them long enough to check, longevity, but I find that if you take care of your gear, it will take care of you. And like I said, you can grab these or that extra battery pack on Amazon using the link below. And don't forget, if you've got any questions or if you want to see us, review more gear, let us know in the comments. And if you have it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Graybeard Biker YouTube channel here. And until next time, stay warm, stay free, and keep it shiny side up.